Hello everyone, my dear students. Today we are going to see about output devices. This is the last topic of this lesson. Already we discussed about various input devices. So now we are going to see about different types of output devices. At the very first, monitor. So monitor is one of the important output device. It is most commonly used for what purpose? To display the information. It looks like a television, and pictures on a monitor are formed with picture elements like pixels. Okay, so in a monitor all the picture elements are called as what? Pixels. So based on the pixels the display quality will be preferred, right? So that's why we told it looks like a television. So the main component of this monitor is the picture quality. So that should be considered as what? Based on the pixel values. Generally, monitors may either be monochrome display or dichrome display. So monochrome display, which displays both the text or images in a black and white, or can be color, which display the result in multiple colors. So that is will be called as what? Monochrome display devices. So there are many types of monitors, okay, such as number one, CRT, cathode ray tube, number two, LCD, liquid crystal display, number three, LED, light emitting diode display. Okay, so these are the different types of monitors we have. These different types of monitors now at present we have to use in your all home LED type of displays. Okay, this is the latest display devices. The monitor works with a VGA card. How the monitors are working means using the VGA card. VGA card, it is a device, it is one of the hardware device, is available inside the all the output devices. So what does it mean? VGA means video graphics array. Okay, so use this device we can use display the all output based devices. The video graphics card helps the keyboard to communicate with the screen. So for what purpose we can use this VGA? This can help the keyboard to communicate with the screen, and also it acts as an interface between the computer and display monitor. Usually the recent motherboards incorporate built-in video card. Nowadays all the recent motherboards are incorporate built-in video card. Okay, you don't want to buy specifically, it always pre-install inside the devices. So all the monitor we have a inbuilt video card. The first computer monitor was part of Xerox Alto computer system. You just note down, the first computer monitor was a part of Xerox Alto computer system. It was released in the year 1973, March 1, 1973. That is a year. Okay, right. So these are the informations about the monitor. So this is the example of monitors, different types of monitors. So this is CRT type monitor, and this is LCD type monitor, and this is LED type monitors. Okay, right. So how can you identify whether it is CRT or LED or LCD? CRT means the back side of the device having like dome-like structure. All right. In your house also you have different types of televisions looks like that. In a earliest period, the televisions are looks like that. So this is called as what type of monitor? CRT type monitor. And these two, this is LCD and this is what? LED. Okay, right. The next output devices is plotter. So what is plotter? Plotter is an output device that is used to produce graphical output on papers. Okay, it is mainly used for what purpose? To make the banners or flex. Okay, that purpose we can use the plotter. It uses single color or multicolored pens to draw the pictures. Okay, so most of the printing studios or printing companies, they can use these type of plotters. This is a small like structure. So many big plotters are there, that is mainly helpful for printing the colorful documents. Okay, right. Then another important output devices is printers. So printers means what? You all are aware about that. Printers are generally used to print the information on papers. In this, printers are divided into two main categories. Number one, impact printers. Number two, non-impact printers. So what are these two types of printers? We'll see one by one. The first category is impact printers. So what does it mean? These printers print with striking of hammers or pins on ribbon. So how it should be print? With the striking of hammers or pins on the ribbon. These printers can print on multi-part using the carbon papers by using the mechanical pressure. So how should be printing the information? By using which pressure? Mechanical pressure. For example, we have different types of printers like dot matrix printers and line matrix printers, or what type of printers? Impact printers. So what are the examples of impact printers in Ketangana? The first one is dot matrix printers, then second one is line matrix printers. First of all, we'll see one by one. A dot matrix printer that prints using a fixed number of pins or wires. Okay, so each dot is produced by a tiny metal rod. It is called a wire or pin. It just works by the power of tiny electromagnet or solenoid, either directly or through a set of small levers. It generally prints one line of text at a time. At a time, it just print only one line of text. And these printing speed is varies from 30 to 1550 CPS. So what is the meaning CPS? Character per second. You just note down that is the expansion of CPS. So each second it just print one character. Okay, so this is the printing speed. So these are the important informations about what type of printer dot matrix printer. The next thing is it prints a page wide line of dots, and it builds up a line of text by printing lines of dot. Okay, so that is the line printers are capable of printing much more than 1000 lines per minute. And compared to the dot matrix printer, the line matrix printer or line printer prints 1000 lines per minute. When compared to this one, it will be very fastest one, the resulting in thousands of pages per hour. So per hour it will be printing 1000 pages. These printers are uses of mechanical pressure to print the multi-part. Okay, so both the printers, both dot matrix printers and the line printers, both are printing the message using what mechanism? Mechanical, by the mechanical pressure to print the multiple part of the carbon papers. Okay, so these are the mechanisms about both dot matrix printer and line printers. So these are the two important printers in the category of impact printers. One is dot matrix, another one is line matrix printers. Okay, right. So these are the example. This is what dot matrix printer, and this is what line printers. Okay, this would be looks like that. Okay, right. The next type is non-impact printers. So these printers do not use the striking mechanism. So especially this type of printers do not use striking mechanism based on the previous impact printers like that. This is not like that. They use electrostatic or laser technology. You just note down. So the non-impact printers are uses electrostatic or laser technology. The quality and speed of these printers are better than impact printers. And compared to the impact printers, these non-impact printers are good in quality and also speed is too high. What are the examples of non-impact printer is? Number one, laser printers, and number two, inkjet printers. These are the two examples of non-impact printers. We'll see one by one. The first one is laser printers. So laser printers mostly work with similar technology used by photocopiers. It makes a laser beam scan back and forth across a drum inside the printer. So inside the laser printer, having a laser beam scan back and forth across drum inside the printer, it building up a pattern. It can produce a very good quality of graphic images. Okay, so if you want to get a good quality of graphic images format to get the printout means you can use the laser printer. And it is one of the chief characteristics of laser printer is their resolution. So how many dots per inch? DPI means what? Dots per inch, that is expansion of DPI. So how many dots per inch? Based on this, the resolution will be considered in the laser printers. The available resolution range around 1200 dpi. How much? 1200 up to 1200 dpi. So approximately it can print 100 pages per minute. ppm means pages per minute, that is expansion of bpm. So pages per minute. So per minute, how many pages ma? 100 pages. That is the quality of laser printers. Okay, nowadays all the Xerox machines they can use these type of laser printers. Okay, right. The next one, inkjet printers. It is another important types of non-impact printers. That is what inkjet printers. It uses color cartridges which combine magenta, yellow, and cyan. It inks to create color tones. So what are the major colors? Magenta, yellow, and cyan inks to create color tones. These three colors are filled in the cartridges, color cartridges. A black cartridge is also used for monochrome output. Already I told monochrome means both black and white and some of the basic colors. And inkjet printers work by spraying ionized ink at a sheet of paper. So what is the mechanism of this inkjet printer is what? By spraying ionized ink at the sheet of paper. The speed of inkjet printers generally range from how many pages per minute? 1 to 20. When compared to the laser, it will be quite low. It print how many pages per minute? 1 to 20. They use the technology of firing ink by heating it so that it explodes towards the paper in bubbles or by using piezoelectricity in which tiny electric currents. So which electricity they can use? Piezoelectricity in which tiny electric currents controlled by electronic circuits. This is used to inside the printer to spread ink in the jet speed. That's why the name is what? Inkjet printer. So an inkjet printer can spread millions of dots of ink. How can they spread? Millions of dots of ink at the paper for each and every single second. Okay, this is the way this inkjet printers are printing the information. Okay, so this is the informations about these inkjet printers. Okay, so that's all about the printers devices. The next output devices is speakers. So already you know where speakers produce voice or audio like that. So voice based output means we have to consider as what? Audio. Using speaker along with speech synthesized software, the computer can provide voice based output. It has become a very common places like airlines, schools, banks, railway stations, etc. etc. These are the different location we have to use the speaker as an output devices. For what? To convey the information to the public people. Alright. The next output devices is multimedia projectors. So this is the projector. So multimedia projectors are used to produce computer based output on a big screen. Okay, so all the big screen, if you want to show any information means with the help of multimedia projectors. Where it should be used? Even a presentation hall or theater or any conference call, they have to show the informations as a output means with the help of this multimedia projector. These are used to display the presentation in meeting halls or in classrooms. Okay, right. These are the different types of output devices. So that's all, my dear students. These are the different types of output devices, right? Then last one, booting of computer. So how to boot the computer? So what does it mean? Every computer, once you switch on, means automatically your system was booted. Okay, so booting means what? At the beginning, once you press the switch on button in your CPU, it will take some minutes or some seconds for booting the OS, that is what, booting the operating system. Then only your system will be start to work. That is the process of what? Booting. Okay, right. So an operating system is a basic software, yeah, of course, that makes the computer to work. Without operating system, your computer is a dummy machine. With the help of operating system, you can work with your computer. When a computer is switched on, there is no information in its RAM. Okay, you just identify, once your computer is switched on, there is no information in its RAM. At the same time, in ROM, there are some pre-written program called POST. That is what? Power on self-test. This is the pre-written program. It just stored in the ROM. It will be executed first. So students, you just remind that once your computer is switched on, within a seconds, automatically your computer will be loading some information, that is known as what? Power on self-test. That is, it will be executed first. This program, what it will be do, it is used for checks if the devices like RAM or keyboard or mouse, etc., all are connected properly and ready to operate. So in your computer having so many additional devices like keyboard, mouse, printer, and RAM, ROM, everything. So everything should be connected properly or everything should be ready to operate. These all the things are, whether it is checking using during this post power on self test. If these devices are ready, then only the BIOS gets executed. So what is the meaning of BIOS? BIOS is nothing but basic input output system, that is expansion of BIOS. So this BIOS once executed means automatically your system is working on. So this process is known as what? Booting. So booting means what? Once your power on self-test and after that BIOS also work means that process will be called as what? Booting. So these should happen within a minutes in your computer. Then only your operating system will be loaded. Okay. So a program called Bootstrap Loader, that is one of the program. So that program, what it will be do means it just transfers OS from hard disk into main memory. Already your operating system will be loaded or installed in the hard disk. That all the information should be transferred from the OS from the hard disk to your main memory. That is RAM க்கு it will be transfer. அதை யார் பண்ணுவாங்க அப்படின்னா this bootstrap loader. So this is the one of the self program. These also already pre-installed in your computer. Okay, so these all the actions are performing once your computer will be switched on within a minute. That process is known as what? Booting. So generally this booting having two types. One is cold booting, another one is warm booting. You just note down ma. So we'll see one by one. What is cold booting? When the system starts from the initial state, that means it is switched on automatically, we call it is what? Cold booting or hard booting. When the user presses the power button, the instructions are immediately read from the ROM to initiate the booting process. That means what? Once you press the switch on button, immediately the instructions are read from the ROM to initiate the process. What process? The booting process. That is known as cold booting. Number two, warm booting. That means what? When the system restart or when the system gets reset button is pressed, we call it as what? Warm booting or soft booting. This system or this booting does not start from the initial state, and so all the diagnostic tests need not be carried out in this case. That means what? In case it will be start in the sense what? It will be does not start from the initial state. Where it will be stopped, it will be on. These are the chances of data loss and system damages as the data might not have been stored properly. That means what? During this action, this warm booting, it's happened in the sense we have a chance to lose the data or your system could be damaged. Why? Because it will be not yet stored properly. That is the main problem of this warm booting. So these are the two different types of booting. It's happened in the during the booting of computers. Okay, all right. So that's all, my dear students. We have to complete our first lesson by the different topics. Okay, so I will send the PDF regarding about the first lesson study material. You have to go through all the informations, right? So once you see all the videos, you just go through the information along with your e-textbook, and each and every lesson we have a points to remember concept in the end of the lesson. You just read out the informations throughout the chapters. Okay, right. Thank you, all of you. We'll see you in the next class.